Hey everybody, Jamie Pate here. Thank you for watching this video. I got a cute little fun thing to share with you today that is for card makers. It's for storytellers. It's for anyone who likes to call themselves a paper craft artist. Let's go. All right, first I want to just take a little quick peruse. I told you I would share this with you when I got it filled up, but I want to share it with you now because I'm really... This has just been an album that has been bringing me a lot of joy as I've had opportunity to dabble in it, which has not been a whole lot lately, but when I have, I've just really tried to just enjoy the moment, and I really have. So if you watched a recent video of mine for the 3 projects using the Charming collection, that's an exclusive collection from ScrapbookCom, then you've seen the start of this. I will link that below in case you did miss it. It's a good one. It's got 3 fun projects in there that, like everything else I do, they can be used for anything and everything. It's not project specific to what I'm showing in that moment. So I'm using the 6x8 album. Whoops, I got a little bit of a thing I gotta fix here. Use a 6x8 album by ScrapbookCom. When I first showed what I was working on, I didn't have an album yet. I was using a black and white striped one, and I knew I didn't want to keep this one. I love this green one, and I'm not usually a green girl. It's just, you know, sometimes you see something, you're like, that's what it is. That's how I felt about this green 6x8 album. And I'd already started these pages here that I'm going to share with you now. This was actually one of the projects in that previous video, and I am just adding to it, and I'm super loving it. I had the bones already. I shared how to make just this first part with this cutie rub-on. And then I've been adding some tabs to it. I've been adding with, there's actually a Cards for Kindness stamp that I'm looking for here on my table right this minute. And while it's specifically a card stamp set, I love trying to take these card purposed products and add them to storytelling, and which is exactly what I'm going to be doing today. But this is a stamp that I've been diving into, so you can see it at work here on this page with the So Grateful for You and then the Love You here at the top. I just crafted this cluster here at the top, added the stamping, added a little strip of paper from the Charming, and then had a 3x4 photo on this side. More tab work here. I don't have anything added to this page yet, which I'm perfectly fine with. Then this one here is also an embellished cluster of pieces and elements from Charming, and then the You Make Me Smile is from the stamp, so is the Love You. And then I have a photo in there. The rest of the book just has photos in it. I have kind of a more private photo here. So if this dotted vellum is familiar to you, you're going to be seeing it. I've already shared it in the homework video for my SBC Fest project. It's one of my favorite vellums, so I'm going to be putting it to work. I think I have one more page in here, one more page. So that's all I have so far. I went ahead and decided to attach it to the outside of this 6x8 page, this pocket page, and I kind of hemmed and hawed like we always do, right? But I'm really happy with that. I used the bold, these are bold numbers to make both this date over here and the date here. So this page is a work in progress, and I'm happy with that. I have space here if I want to add something to the back of this. I've gone ahead and added in this 12 square pocket. Can you see it? It has 12 dividers in it, so I'm going to be putting my grandson's monthly photos in here. I did this with my granddaughter, and I wanted to repeat that, and I want that right at the front of the book. We kind of put this page together. We did this project here in that video. We did this project here, and now this page is mostly done, except for maybe some title work right here. But this is mostly done. I have room for journaling inside this card, which I'll be working on next. And then this is where I am so far. I just added this. I'm not even sure. This is temporarily added to the outside of the pocket. I'm loving how all these colors are working with the Charming. Okay, so one of the things I wanted to add, there is this A2 pocket envelope. This is actually new right now at ScrapbookCom. And again, it's for A2, but I don't care. I'm going to do something else with it. And I'm going to grab from the Forever Friends. There is this big old polka dot here in the back. It's kind of in the back of here. Let me see if I can find it really quick. Yeah, I like this one. It's a little off from the green in the Charming patterns, but I'm okay with that. And so for this particular die, what you're going to notice is that it's pretty wide. It is wider than 6 inches, so it's not going to fit in the standard I guess the standard size is the best way to put it. The standard size die cutting machine. Boy, get those words out, James. Words are hard sometimes, people. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use my Sizzix Big Shot because there's plenty of width to make this work on here. And so to set this up, I just need to place in my cutting platform. I have some well-loved cutting plates, and I'm actually going to trim this down to 8.5 inches. This is about 8.25 inches. This is what I went ahead and cut this. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and put this through, and I'll meet you on the other side. Okay, I'm going to move this out of the way so we can see what we're doing here. So the idea here is to be just a most lovely envelope for an A2 card. It really raises the beauty of, you know, the card being the gift, right? So you're going to see here when this gets folded up just how lovely this pocket is. And I love how the top is just beautifully notched. So then here's a couple options for us at this point. What you could do is put this back on your machine, and you could do like a window right here or a postage die here and cut out this space and then craft a vellum behind it and then close it up. You know, you want to do all this before you get this closed up. I'm going to go ahead, and I went back and forth and I hemmed and hawed. I'm always hemming and hawing. Always hemming and hawing. And I hemmed and hawed about, do I want to close it up? And I think I do. I have some photos that I'm going to put in here, and they're super goofy. The photos were super goofy, as you are going to see here in a moment. And I think it's important with a pocket and envelope to go ahead and use double-sided adhesive. It's going to have better stickability versus maybe your dot roller, your permanent roller. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to go ahead and close this up. And I know I'm still second-guessing myself whether I should close this up or not, but I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Because, you know, there's a myriad of ways to do anything. And this is just one of the ways I'm going to do this. I'm just going to decide, we're just going to go ahead and close it up this time. Maybe later on, I can, in my book, I can add this in and it be with a window in the front. Okay, so, see how great that is? That is how easy it is to make this pocket envelope. All right, what I'm going to do next is I'm using one of the page protectors, and I'm going to use it as a template and just line it up here on the edge and mark it, and then I will punch my holes in here so that I can add it to my 6x8 album. And so we're going to do that and put it inside there just like that. Yeah, I have some I was watching my granddaughter when my grandson was being born, and we just had a hallelujah breakdown when we heard that baby brother was born. And so I was doing the best I could to gather some selfies of her and I. See, isn't that just so cute how that fits in there? I'm loving it. So this is super fun with all kinds of opportunities. It could be its own page. You could totally embellish the front of this as a scrapbook page. I'm going to actually make a tag for it. So these are our goofy photos of us celebrating. Well, this is her just later on. We kind of calmed down and she just came and laid her head on my knee, and I couldn't even stand it. How sweet is that? And her hand and her hair. I'm like, yes, Grandma is smitten. I'm going to go ahead and, without too much putting a hole in my head, I'm going to make a mark here and punch this out because I'll show you what I'm going to do next for what I'm going to add inside of this pocket. Okay, so to show the whole A2 part of this, let me do this first before I trim this down. So this is how beautifully this fits in here. I think that's pretty cool. I mean, I'm just a pocket fan. I love pockets in my pants and my skirts and on my pages. That's how it goes. Okay, so what I need to do though is this isn't going to quite fit in here like this because I do want to add it inside of the binder so I have my holes to contend with. So I'm just going to mark this and just, okay, wrong mark, and then just go ahead and trim that out. And it's going to be the insert, obviously, for this page here. Okay, so then what I'm going to do, I also need to add holes to this card. We'll do that right there. And we will come back in here with this. Oh, I can't see it. It's getting dark in my room right now. Where'd it go? There it is. I found it. It's been cloudy all day, so as the day goes on, it's tempting to want to rain, but it's only tempting. So I thought I would just go ahead and add these to this page by way of sort of a tag idea. And I'm not going to do too much else to it right now, except just attach it to my little pattern paper and then tuck it back inside my envelope. Oops. Try that again. So then when I pop it in here, then I can just pull back up here on my twine, and that's going to be fun. Okay, let's just finish this out by adding some pieces to the front of it. All right, I've gathered some items here, and we're going to finish up the pocket with an embellished cluster. I have this yay. Can you see it? This yay tag. It's from a couple SPC fests ago, and it's going to be part of this. So I cut my tag out of pattern paper from Forever Fields, and I thought it went very nicely, the pink with the Charming collection. There's a pink in there that goes with nicely. So I wanted that, and then I grab a ticket here, sort of a ticket from Crafty Garden, 49 and Market. I have a label here, also from Forever Fields, and some leaves. I cut out a heart from the Charming. Here's the yay, because this was the whole, right? This was the whole emphasis of this yay. It could be fun to add some more clustering in there too, perhaps. We'll see. We'll see what I feel like when I get back to that part. And I just have a couple of sprigs here to have at the ready in case I do decide to kind of sprig it up a little bit. I'm going to use this 2-inch wide double-sided tape. I can go ahead and, or it's foam tape. I can go ahead and add my tag. I don't think I have any other thing I need to do with it except for maybe decide how I'm going to do the top there. So I think it's safe to go ahead and add this to the pocket. This pocket cover to me is just all about a blank canvas, and we can pretty much do anything to this that we want that we would do on any other surface. Whatever you might do to a card front, whatever you're going to do to a scrapbook page, you can do the same thing to this pocket cover. So that's fun. I think that's so much fun to get a little bit different surface going, right? And see what you can do with it. And that's kind of what this was. I had an idea where I was going to go when I turned the camera on. I wasn't quite sure. And I'm liking it. Here's part of what I'm loving about this is that I'm just plugging in to something that I already do on other surfaces. That to me is just a lot of fun to do that. Like, what would I do on just a regular tag? Well, I'm going to add it to this tag, and I'm going to pop it right here on this pocket. and I'm going to be really happy about it. All right, so trying to add these 1/8 inch little strips here to the yay. It's a little bit of a trick, but it's not impossible. I want to do it this way because I want my yay to also be popped up. So popping up the clusters here and kind of moving it over when I realize I have too much white showing. That's what I'm doing. Still might be too much going on there with the A. Okay, moving on to the Y. I'm going to do this right here on the outer edge to support the rest of my letter. I really am. There we go. Okay, and then just take off the backer pieces, and then we're going to pop that to that label there. I think there's enough of contrast. All right, just like this. I have a heart here that I cut out of the Charming paper. Oops. And so this is going to go a little bit behind the yay here. I have some room. Ooh, like that, like that, like that. Then I had these leaves from the ephemera that is from Forever Fields. I think I'm going to go ahead just to give it a little bit of contrast. I really like these die pieces, the ephemera, because there's not a white border around them. And so what do? Oh, let's go distress it so we can see some of the white. There's no rhyme or reason here. There's just whatever catches me in the moment. So those guys are going to go there. So I'm going to glue those in there. All right, so those are glued in there, and then I just had a couple more little sprigs here that I thought I might add in here. I think I'm still going to. You never know. It's great to have a selection of elements already die cut out and ready to go. I mean, if you don't want to use them, then you just add them to put them back in your collection of other die cuts, right? But it's so fun just to, oh, you know what I think is going to go there? I think this sprig's going to go there. And then you already have it ready to go. And it just makes you happy. So, oh yeah, that's going to work too. So this is going to be basically done. I had a lot of fun with this. I love this pocket a lot. I think you're going to be seeing this pocket a lot. And what a great gift, too. What a great way to implement a gift card for somebody. Sky's the limit, guys. All right, thank you for watching this video. Let me know if you have any questions. And if you are interested in anything I shared here today, they'll be linked below. And I will see you in the next video.